Okay. Welcome to the latest episode of Gallifrey Pirate Radio. We're sort of doing a impromptu episode today. We're shooting and uploading it all in one day because of the press conference that occurred earlier today, in which they announced who would be replacing Amy and Rory. But before we get there, we're going to go through our introductions like normal, and then we have some other Doctor Who news that we haven't covered yet that I want to cover, and then we'll get into the big reveal, which Drew here has not spoiled for himself.
Specifically, so you can get my reaction.
Yes.
I'm thinking about going with a... but we'll see.
Yeah.
And then we'll probably also talk about some conventions we have coming up.
Yes, that too. But, okay, we'll start over here, and have you introduce yourself since you're the new guy.
I'm the new guy. Hi, I'm Drew. This is my third appearance on Gallifrey Pirate Radio.
Yes.
And do you want to find out who my favorite Doctor is once again? Or
No.
I mean,
is there anything you want to say about yourself?
You know what? This is my first regular appearance. Even though it's technically a special show, this is my first non-convention appearance.
Exactly. So this is actually the regular show.
Yes.
Yes.
Does that mean I'm official now?
Yeah. Have you sent me a bio already? So
yes.
yeah, you've already been on the website, so
I'm
you're
on the
good.
website. I'm good.
You're good and official. And then over here,
Angela Pritchett, and I'm
you
always
should, yeah.
here.
You should know who she is by now.
Always.
Yeah.
Save me,
Well, this is the first time you're watching it.
He locks me in a cage and keeps me here.
In this room, I wouldn't trap anybody in this room. It's
This
sweltering
is really small, but
and hot.
in his basement.
I might have to take my shirt
His
off
cat,
during
like,
this
sleeps on top of the cage.
since Jason isn't here,
Save me.
and we need to take a shirt off. Okay.
So I had to add the Clayton-esque in there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because Clayton's not here.
Yes. So, okay, let's start off with. We're not going to start off with the breaking news, but we're going to talk about the really quick Star Wars Doctor Who Farscape crossover that's occurring.
Yes, Farscape, Doctor Who.
Yeah, because we have the guy who played Biggs. I can't forget his last name.
Darklighter.
Darklighter.
Don't ask me a Star Wars question I know. It makes it sound like I know about Star Wars.
I know, exactly. And we have...
I'm old enough to have seen it
We
in the
also
theater.
have, what's his name? Bruce? Or
No.
Ben Bowder, or whatever.
Browder.
Browder.
Who's actually a North Carolina native.
Yeah, and he was the lead on Farscape. He was the kind of...
Commander Crichton.
Yeah.
Who was also on SG-1.
Yeah.
Really?
Everyone
yes.
from Farscape went to SG-1
Yeah.
after that show got canceled.
Including the Muppets?
No, sadly not the Muppets.
No. But both of them are going to be appearing in the same episode. It looks like it's episode 3. It's being filmed in Spain, and if I remember, it's called The Gunfighter. And it takes place in a Victorian cowboy-esque type town.
Excellent.
Yes.
I approve of that.
So I'm very excited about that.
I haven't been to Spain since
For a while.
Mandragora.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's kind of exciting. But, I just want to cover that. But I think we need to cover the big reveal today.
Big reveal.
The press conference.
I'm trying not to look at.
Okay, so we have two aspects of this press conference today, which I was actually surprised by the second half. The first half, we got revealed the new companion. The second half, we find out which episode and sort of how we lose Amy and Rory.
So, if you don't want it to have it spoiled,
This
you
is
can
going to
turn
be
it off
super
now.
spoilers.
Yeah.
Are you gone?
Also, stay away from
Good.
the internet. Stay away from anything Doctor Who because, even like Facebook, don't get on Facebook because your friends are going to be posting this if you have Doctor Who friends.
Yeah, I mean, this is. I was actually kind of shocked that they revealed so much this early on. And they even another thing they also revealed was sort of how they're going to release the episodes for this season, which was also kind of exciting. So because you don't know what is going on, what would you like to know first? The companion, or how we're going to lose our two dear friends?
Let's do the companion first.
Okay. The big reveal. We have Janae Louise Coleman is going to be joining Doctor Who.
I think it's Jenna.
Jenna Louise Coleman is going to be joining Doctor Who. There's one picture of her. And then while you guys see, there's a picture of her. And another picture.
Oh, I see these pictures.
Yeah. Oh, you get them. And then there's one with her and Moffat. So you get a good you look at those. Why I really read some of the stuff. And this comes from the press release. It's always impossible when you start casting these parts, but when we saw Matt and Jenna together, we knew we had our girl. She's funny and clever and exactly mad enough to step on board the TARDIS. It's not often the Doctor meets someone who can talk even faster than he does, but it's about to happen. Jenna is going to lead him his merriest dance yet, and that's all you're getting for now. Who she's playing, how the Doctor meets her, and even where he finds her are all part of one of the biggest mysteries the Time Lord ever encounters, even by the Doctor standards. This isn't your usual boy meets girl. As we approach Doctor Who's 50th anniversary, it's great to welcome a new companion to the TARDIS. I feel confident the Doctor will look after her in his own very special and unique way. I think this talks about what's...
About who she is?
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah. She's a 25-year-old. Came to the public's attention playing Jasmine Thomas in the long-running soap Emmerdale. Between 2005 and 2009. She then went on to appear in the series 5 of the BBC award-winning show Waterloo Road as Lindsay Jones, and will be seen on television this coming Sunday in the ITV miniseries Titanic as Annie Desmond. Her debut in film came with the role of Connie in Captain America: The First Avenger, and she also lent her voice to the English version of the game Xenoblade Chronicles, which will be coming out very shortly. So, this being Moffat, you see seeing what she's wearing in this outfit. Do you think there's any sort of hint of? Do you think they dressed her? And there's a hint in what she's wearing because this is Moffat after all.
Okay.
Well, we still don't know if she's going to be a human companion, if she's going to be an alien, or if she's going to be, I mean, we don't know.
The weird thing is, you know who she reminds me a lot of, look-wise, in just at least this photo with the
jacket,
with the bomber jacket?
With the bomber jacket, she looks like
Ace.
Yeah, I know. I was just going to say the exact same thing.
Even the face and the dimples, wouldn't it be interesting if he picks up an old companion's new son or daughter?
Yeah, I think that would be brilliant.
And I sure hope it's a daughter because, they're going to have a hard time making her a boy. What?
Well, I mean, a lot of people hope we get Stormageddon as a companion down the road.
Stormageddon in a backpack in feudal Japan, Lone Wolf and Cub style. That's what I'm saying.
Awesome.
That actually would be funny.
I think it would be brilliant. And if they bring in Stormageddon with their tendency to bring in actors who've already been on the show, I want the young boy from Family of Blood and Human Nature, who I still think should play the Doctor, because he's a ginger. I think he should play the Doctor in the 13th Incarnation. But that's neither here nor there.
Well, it all depends on what he looks like.
It's true.
And how good of an actor he is. Because, I mean, they've really cast some phenomenal people as the Doctor. Because, honestly, if you think about it, any time now,
they're going to be casting the next Doctor.
If it's true that, Matt's going to leave after the 50th, they're going to be casting the new Doctor pretty soon.
Fingers crossed that he's not leaving after the 50th, but just in case.
Yeah. And that also brings us to how they're going to break down next season. It looks like it's going to start August, go through December, and then keep on going.
And we get to see the new companion coming to Christmas special, is what they're saying.
Right.
Oh.
But you got to understand that because it's going August, I mean, it's not going to be all that long.
It's only 8 episodes the way they're talking, right?
8 episodes between August and December?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we get 2 weeks between episodes?
Or there's always that weird break sometimes.
Sure.
With the BBC. And then, they're saying we're going to get the rest of the episodes at the beginning of the year, which means when are we going to start the 50th? Because they have made mention that the 50th is going to be longer.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't doubt if they're not already filming some of the 50th stuff now. But I think it's time that
Let's talk about the other news with Amy and Rory.
That's what I'm getting to.
Do you want me to read it?
Well, it's going to occur in episode 5.
It's going to occur in episode 5, but it says, it was also confirmed this morning when Karen Gillan and Arthur Duvall will depart, with Stephen Moffat saying Amy and Rory will leave in the 5th episode that goes out, and it will be the final encounter with the Weeping Angels, and not everybody gets out alive, and I mean it this time.
Now, my question to you, which weeping angels are we going to get? Are we going to get the life-stealing angels, or are we going to get the mass-murdering angels? Or are we going to get a new type of angel?
Okay, let me tell you, because I was watching the Stones of Blood. It's the 100th episode. All right, Tom Baker, Romana, and first Romana.
Yes.
All right. So, have you watched this? Stones of Blood. Stones of Blood.
A long time ago, but yes, I have
All
seen
right. So
it.
the Dr. Romana show up in England, somewhere in the UK. It's in England, Scotland, or Wales. It's one or the other. I apologize if you're from one of those places, and I get them confused. And they meet an old archaeologist by the name of Amelia. But it's Amelia Rumford. Amelia Rumford asks the doctor if she's seen him before. Doctor doesn't know. All right, this is Tom Baker, remember?
Yeah.
Okay. So here we have an archaeologist, back in the past, who feels like she's seen the doctor before and has a strange understanding of quantum mechanics. All right?
That Ed Moffat's known to play off of classic Who, and if we get the time-stealing angels.
If we get the time-stealing angels, and think about it, if Rory dies,
See, I don't think it's going to be Rory that
I
dies.
don't think it's going to be Rory either.
I think it's going to be Amy gets sent back,
then
and the doctor can't do anything about it
of course
because
he can't cross his own timeline.
and he also can't interfere because like all the people that he had to leave behind in the first Weeping Angels episode, Blink, he couldn't go back and save. He said, "This is your journey now." He
Wait.
could not interfere with that.
Do the Weeping Angels even still exist?
Yes, that was just one group of them. That wasn't all of them because
Okay.
those four in the basement were still there, looking at each other until that light went out, which eventually
Right.
it would go out and it'd be free. But they were not part of that space expedition, and even if they were,
They still should in the space expedition that
Yeah.
there was just a whole ton
Yeah.
of them, so there could be lots
you
more
can also remember
everywhere.
that was
Because they said they were assassins.
and that was also
around.
before the Big Bang too.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'm still very confused as to how reality works and how reality doesn't work.
Well, all we know is that we got Classic Cybermen back. So,
got Classic Cybermen
so
back.
a lot of other stuff has been reset now.
Mm-hmm.
So we could have a whole different type of angel now.
yeah,
We could. Look, I have no qualms. I love the Weeping Angels.
yeah.
I think that's quite brilliant. And if anyone can write that episode, it's Moffat. Moffat, when the angels move, could you make them look like something else other than statues? Because when you're quantum locked and you actually move, we shouldn't be able to see them move. That's what made Blink so effing amazing, is the audience interacted with the episode. If we see them move, you kill the magic. So if we're gonna see them move, make them not sparkle, but something else, something that exists in a different scale.
Well, see, strangely, you would have to say the word sparkle, which makes me think of vampires, because Stephanie
that was
Myers.
the point.
Because you know who the mortal enemy of the Time Lords are, don't you? Or have you not gotten to that episode yet?
I have not, I guess,
The mortal.
because I would have said the Daleks.
No,
because
it's actually vampires.
really,
Yes, you're getting ready to get to that episode.
they steal life, and
And they're immortal, and
Yeah.
basically the Time Lords had a big battle with all the vampires everywhere and drove them back, and that's all I'm going to tell you.
Okay.
Because the season that you're on now, because he's currently in the last season of Baker, you find out about the war, you find out about
is that in the
their
East
hatred.
Space?
It's in
Okay.
East Space. So yeah, it's
Which, surprisingly enough, I haven't seen on the internet a Doctor Who fan site called eSpace. That just seems like a no-brainer. So
really
yeah.
wow.
So if you're wanting to start your own podcast, eSpace. Copyright Drew Meyer, 2012. Okay.
I don't think you can copyright that. I think BBC already has that copyrighted.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. But
That's exciting. That's very
Yeah.
exciting. So there you go.
Weeping Angels, I'm excited since we've only seen them in the episodes 3 times and then
So,
them
wow.
in the books too.
Okay, so I just realized something. So if they leave in episode 5, which did you guys see the first promo picture?
Yes, of them kind
Rory
of.
looks really 1950s
Mm.
in that photo, but we're gonna have at least 2 episodes with the Doctor by himself again.
Yep.
Mm.
And I think it's going to be one of those things where every time he loses companions, he goes off by himself for a little while. So
I'd like to make an amendment to a previous comment I made at StellarCon where I said I'd like to see the Doctor by himself for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I then, shortly thereafter, watched Deadly Assassin, where the Doctor is by himself for a while. It was a good episode. I really liked it. But immediately what they did is they pulled in other people to be his companions. And I saw what your point is, that he definitely needs somebody, not necessarily to show how lonely he is, because that's really a new Doctor thing. That is a new Doctor. But I don't know if he necessarily. I mean, no, I can't say that he can't pull it off, because the writing for Doctor Who is so exemplary that they'll make anything work, even if they say wanted to make him black or a woman for an episode. So but I think the writers or a black woman. So I think they could pull that off if in fact they wanted to, because I think the writers are just that good. Don't you agree that the writers are just so good that they could even turn something like that off, Davey?
Woman.
What do you think, Davey?
Even a black man. It would be awesome. A woman, Heather Miram, someone like that. It'd be awesome.
Anyway,
So what are your thoughts on that, Davey?
So what sort of companion do you think she's going to be?
Talkative. I think she's going to be loquacious.
I have a question.
Well, they said it's going to be a different type of meeting and everything.
Do you think, now that I'm thinking about this and what they're saying, could she be Romana? Regenerated? Could she be another Time Lord? Because if there's somebody that could outdo the Doctor, there's only been one real character that's ever been able to do that, and that was Ramona. That could go toe to toe with him with knowledge and everything.
Yeah, or the Ronnie.
She's too cute to be the Ronnie.
No, I agree. Well, in Destiny of the Daleks, Romana decides that she's going to regenerate, which basically means that Lalla Ward is being brought in, and the previous Romana has been recast. And
that's because of Baker.
Right. Yes, I know. Baker apparently is a jerk.
Yes. Even I was just watching an interview with the girl who played Leela, and she was like, Tom was her favorite monster.
Yeah.
Out of Classic Who.
But it seems they're getting along now because they're doing audios together.
Well, no.
They don't have to be in the same room necessarily.
Yeah, no. Actually,
they showed photos of them together smiling. And they didn't look fake.
They go to lunch and stuff. They're really good friends. It's just she saw how Tom could be on set. Mm-hmm. You know how dominating he is. But I mean, they were still friends. Sure. You know. But yeah, no. That's one comment she made. It was like, they're great friends, but Tom could be very difficult.
To see another companion like Leela. That'd be awesome.
I agree.
I love Leela.
I have to say, other than obviously Sarah Jane, I think Leela might be my favorite companion.
She's one of my favorites from Classic Who.
I think there's something really wonderful about an out-of-time character.
And I would love for them to do that again. Because like when they were showing all these, which she was never even mentioned in any of the odds of being the new companion, I mean, some of them I thought looked very
say it, Alien. You thought
they'd
make Alien.
Well, Lily Cole would have been perfect for that.
There's also one piece of news that I forgot to mention, which you maybe reminded me about when you said somebody out of time. The actress, and I forget her name, that played Madame du Pompadour.
Oh, yes.
Is coming back.
Really?
The actress is yes. And
she's an amazing actress, and I
really
mean,
good.
Underworld is done for now, so she needs acting work.
Well, I mean,
Underworld the movie?
Yeah, she was in Underworld.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, no,
I'll have to watch that.
I wonder if she's coming back as Madame du Pompadour.
I hope not.
Yeah,
I hope
I'd
not.
like to see her cast as a different.
Well, I mean, it's going to be interesting who she is cast as. But I mean, I think that's going to be really interesting to see her on the show and see what they do with her.
Okay, if they brought her back as Pompadour, it would have to be where the Doctor couldn't interact with her but wanted to. I'm not a big fan of those good emotional stories that they revisit. I don't want to see Idris again, ever.
But the thing is I don't think Matt Smith's Doctor would interact with Madame de Pompadour the same way David Tennant's Doctor was.
Those two actors too had so much chemistry.
Well, they were dating at the time.
I know that they had so much chemistry.
But the thing is, also, if you go back to Classic Who, with one of the new episodes that's being released shortly, that was a Hartnell. Hartnell's, the Doctor's favorite time period in British history was that time period, and so Hartnell's Doctor actually says that's his favorite time period of British history. Or I'm sorry, not British, French history. So I could see him going back and seeing her, but he would see her in a different light because also this doctor in his mind, as of right now, is married. Though he already knows that she's dead. It's very confusing because they're going like this with River.
I just absolutely love.
Though of course
River
she's
Song.
actually married to the robot, not the doctor, but that's a whole other story.
No, he
he's
was in the
operating
robot.
the voice.
So she married everybody then on that ship.
I am a little curious about were there other people on that ship?
Well, somebody had to be piloting it.
Someone had to pilot the
Yeah.
Tesselecta? I don't
But
know.
I
We'll see.
mean, the doctor was the one programming it, so
I still have.
We'll find out in Clock of Eternity
Yeah.
whether or not that's their honeymoon.
Yeah.
That would be interesting. Something. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I think also with Pompadour being able to, sorry, Madame de Pompadour being able to have looked into his mind.
Yeah.
I don't know. Could she be Jenny?
No,
No.
because we've already seen Jenny regenerate.
Yeah, but she's a Time Lord. She only regenerated once.
Yeah, but
And Moffat specifically, she was
Yeah.
going to die at the end of that episode.
Right, I
and
know,
Moffat's the one who saved her.
But I think the reason we haven't seen her yet was
Pregnant, and
marriage.
Married to Tennant.
So I mean, I don't think we're going to see her now until the 50th.
Okay.
But I mean,
She
I
couldn't
just
be a
think they're
young
gonna-
River, right? I mean, that's
No.
Just,
No.
I don't think you think Moffat's going to
Well,
step back from that.
you have to because there's only one other scene that we really need, and that's the handing of the screwdriver. But it also seemed like it was another doctor, not even Matt Smith's doctor, that gave her that old screwdriver.
I absolutely agree.
Because she seemed to know what all of his faces were, but she wasn't sure about Tennant. I mean,
Yeah,
she
she
knew.
wasn't sure about the 10th, but
Right.
she knew that when it got to the point where he didn't know her,
Yeah.
that it was her time.
I mean, I would like to see.
Screwdriver and name.
I wouldn't mind seeing not Smith's doctor, but the next one give her the screwdriver.
Sure.
But I think that's the last real scene we need out of River.
Really? Picnic in Valhalla? I want to see that. So
Yeah.
anyway, but that's
Yeah.
that's me, and I'm sure a lot of people out there are probably sick of River Song. I
I love her.
if nothing else, Moffat. Blink first off, and then River Song. Just
No, I mean I think it's a great character. I think they've run her course.
Oh, sure,
The same
this is
thing
the-
with the course with Amy and Rory. I think if you're going to do this, you need to do clean break until maybe give her the screwdriver in the 50th. But I think we're good. But Kingston did say she would come back at any time.
sure, and good for her to do
Yeah.
in doing so as well. And we could very well never see them ever see River Song again.
Yeah.
And it would be fine because not knowing that she would have come back after Silence, Force of the Dead.
Yeah.
That episode could have stood alone, and you never saw her again, and it
Yeah.
would have been fine. I
Yeah.
would have been fine with it.
Well, and so I think the only reason we ever saw her again was because Moffat ended up becoming showrunner.
Yeah.
I think if he hadn't become showrunner, I don't think we'd have seen River again.
Probably, and I think that would have been fine.
Yeah.
I think so. I mean, I love everything we got for
Yeah.
it. And one of the things that going back and watching both the classic episodes and watching the new ones is how much the companions actually run the episodes.
Oh, yeah.
They're just foils in the early stuff. It's actually kind of sad in a way until you get Sarah Jane in there as a real character, kind of pushing the Doctor. But and again, I'm pulling up the Baker, so for you, Davison, and everybody else.
Well, don't worry
past
about
that.
Colin. Colin was just a disaster.
Yeah, well, okay. I haven't seen it yet. We'll see. So anyway.
Just escalating about the two doctors.
No, I don't have to. It gets brought up every single time, and just the look on his face is such repugnance.
Yeah.
Not that you're repugnant, but I'm just saying that you obviously didn't like that episode.
Yeah.
So
I think did not like is taking it lightly.
Is lightly.
Yeah, pretty much. So do we have? I mean, I think we've pretty much said everything we can say, unless you have something genius to say that I'm not thinking of.
I'm still
with
my
these
genius is
companions.
going with Amelia Rumsford. She gets sent back in
Dude.
time. Archaeologist, Stones of Blood, especially the first two episodes of it. It's actually quite a brilliant episode.
I'm going to be disappointed that doesn't happen now because I think it's absolutely brilliant, and I can totally see Moffat doing that if he realizes.
Well, okay, we already know that she doesn't want to live in a world without him. And if she did, don't you think she would go with the memory wipe?
And also, Karen said she wanted out of the show and not be like a Billy Piper and be able to keep coming back and back and back.
Sure.
What better way than send her back in time?
Yeah.
With an angel, where they can't do anything, leaving Rory by himself.
And especially
Rory.
with someone like Moffat, who is by far and away the absolute best writer of using time travel as a device for the stories, something like that as a nod to both the classic and going, the Doctor meets her, he meets his whoever she is to him. Would he be the godfather to Melody Pond? Is he technically, if they didn't know, would he be the godfather?
Yeah, I would say
they made him the godfather, right?
I would
because he says he was going to protect her no matter what. So yeah, okay, it's a little Woody Allen creepy, but that's
what, no worse than David Tennant.
That is
and
true.
Georgianne Moffat.
That's about as incestuous as you could write. And
Yeah.
if you don't know that story,
And they're getting ready to have a
look
kid,
it
and he
up.
just adopted her
Adopted,
already, her son.
Yeah.
oh my,
Yeah,
Yeah.
they just
Oh
released all
my.
that information.
oh my,
But,
wonderful.
but strangely, it isn't actually incestuous. It's just the fact that who played the actor. It's all wibbly wobbly, timey wimey type stuff. So, do you have any last bits of genius nuggets of
Not
knowledge?
to add to this, but
Oh,
in
yes.
a few weeks,
Yeah.
since Davey doesn't remember anything, it seems, in April, I'm
I
going
don't
to
have
tell you
show
guys
notes.
the date. Okay,
Welcome
April
to GPR the movie part 2.
13th, 14th, and 15th will be at RavenCon in Richmond, Virginia.
Yes.
So if you're going to be out there, come by and see us. We have lots of really cool stuff we normally have with us to give to people that watch the show. So come up and say you watched the show. I think it's just going to be me and Davey there. I don't really know of any others.
We also going to have
Oh, yeah, and Rich.
Rich Siegfried. We're also going to have...
I mean, regular people in the show that
yeah.
they would know.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm trying to think. I think there might be one other.
Trying.
I'll be dressed up as Indiana Bones, saving the museum from robot dinosaurs. So that's
Yeah, I just Siegfried. Just the podcast is
it'll
Rich
be-
Siegfried.
Me, Davey, and Rich, who
Yes.
you've seen on a lot of our shows at conventions.
Yeah.
And we normally have lots of really cool swag that we have with us. So
Yes.
if you come up and tell us you watched the show, and we may give you something.
And
So-
if we're lucky, we will have a show there.
and we're waiting. So if you're watching this and you go to RavenCon and you'd like to see a Gallifrey Pirate Radio panel there, email the con people and
Yeah.
tell them, or like bombard their Facebook page or something. So just don't tell
But be
them I
nice
told
about
you
it.
that. Yeah, be
Yeah.
really nice about it. Be polite.
And then we have, MobyCon in May?
And MobyCon in May, it seems. Yes.
Yes.
What are the
MobyCon.
dates for that?
Yeah, what are the dates?
MobyCon's
Yeah.
dates are
Which-
it's
Oh,
the
Magic
weekend
Phone.
before. Yes,
Yeah,
Magic Phone. In May, MobyCon is the 18th, 19th, and 20th.
Yes. I'm very excited about MobyCon. That I wasn't there last year, which I'm very, very sad about now.
MobyCon's in Mobile, Alabama, kind of far away.
And MobyCon is a phenomenal con. I love the con. It's very much a party con, relaxy con. Really, really good time.
RelaxyCon.
Yeah. So definitely, Angela's going to be there. Hopefully, I'm going to be there. We'll have stuff to give away, and we're going to party that one up for my buddy Wayne, which I am going to drop here because he did pass from us last year, and this is going to be the first MobyCon where he is not there helping run things or do the charity auction with me. So it's going to be a sad time, but a great time because we're going to celebrate the memory of Wayne, which I get it. I want to say. And then after MobyCon, we have...
Well, I have On Amazement right the week after MobyCon. But after MobyCon, for all of us, we have Con Carolina.
Yes, and
Which is in Charlotte, in North Carolina, the first weekend in June. So June 1st, 2nd, and 3rd.
Yes, and we will be doing a GPR episode from what I've been told, and then after that that's Contemporal.
Yeah, Contemporal is in Durham, or is it in Raleigh? It's in Durham.
I think it's in Durham.
Oh,
and
right,
it's
and
the
that's
22nd, 23rd, and 24th of June.
Yeah.
Same time as HeroCon, so sorry. Even though the Folios are going to be
Wait,
there.
is it really?
It is.
Ooh, that's going to be really
is.
interesting. I was supposed to write a review of a show going on in Charlotte. That isn't going to happen now because I'll be at Contemporal.
And I'll be there
with
too.
GPR.
Chilling out.
What do we
Dressed in some steampunk.
What do we have after Contemporal?
June, July, August, nothing August, September, DragonCon.
If I get a hotel room. Even though
Ask the internet for a hotel room, Davey. See what invitations you get.
Yes, because I really do need a hotel room. I've been asked.
We are not
to
taking people
participate.
with big white vans and blacked out windows as hotel rooms.
Well, see, sadly enough, that might be the only place I can stay is inside my car if I can't find a
That's
hotel
illegal
room.
in Atlanta. Sleeping in your car is illegal.
Even in the parking decks.
Yep. It's illegal in Atlanta.
Well then, sadly, I may not be at Dragon Con if I can't find a hotel room then. Sorry, all my
but
tracks.
we do have in August. We do have Celebration.
Yeah.
Star Wars Celebration, but that's kind of Star Wars, not really Doctor Who.
But I
we'll
will be
still
at
be
it.
there.
Yes. Is there anything else?
When do you guys
That's all I
work?
can think of.
This is ridiculous. Anyway.
Well, I mean, for some of us, going to cons is part of our work. Because being a professional writer, that's how I get my contacts and stuff.
I need a new job.
So I think that is everything.
I think that is.
I think that's everything. You good?
Oh, I want to talk about more stuff, but we're good.
Okay. Are you good?
I'm good.
Okay, so this is GPR, our special edition, signing out, and this will hopefully be on the internet in the next couple of hours. So until next time, peace.
Bye.